Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome our cherished viewers on today's mathematics lesson. The last time we met, we learned something about the definition of sets and types of sets, where we learned complement of a set, union of a set, intersection of a set. And we said that this last three we learned is going to help us in our evaluation on sets. So for today, we are going to combine whatever we've learned the other day we met in an exams or a short classwork so that we would appreciate whatever we've learned so far. Let's take the example. So we are still on sets. So let's take the example I'm talking about. So let's say okay. So let's take this nice example here. Set E, that is the universal set, is counting numbers less than 20. B, odd numbers, C, prime numbers, D, even numbers. If B and C and D are subsets of the universal set, list the elements of I, the universal set B, C, and D. I, B intersection C. I, B intersection D. IV, C intersection D. V, C complement. VI, B complement. VII, D complement. VII, B intersection C complement. IX, C intersection D complement. X, B union C union D. XI, B intersection C intersection D. XII, B union C complement. And XIII, C union D complement. Okay. A student might get such a question, read it, and would ask you questions. Say, the odd numbers, where are we going to end? The prime numbers, where are we going to end? The even numbers, where are we going to end? And there is a point or a salient point in the question which will help you list those elements. And that salient point is this one. If B and C and D are subsets, subset means B and C belongs to the universal set. So whatever you list in B and C and D should be found in the universal set. So it shouldn't cross that of the universal set. Okay, now let's start listing them. So we have I, the universal set. We said counting numbers less than 20. What are counting numbers? They are numbers that starts from 1 and ends at infinity. Students who will start from 0 will get it wrong because with the 0, it makes it a whole number. Okay. So we said counting numbers less than 20. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Said less than 20. So 20 is not inclusive. When we take that of B, we said odd numbers. So this means that all the odd numbers in this set, we write them here. So the first odd number here is 1. We go to 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. And C, prime, almost the same as B, but there's a little difference. 1 is not a prime number, so we start from 2, then 3, then 5, then 7. 9 is not. It's a composite number. So we have 11, 13, 15 is also not. So we go to 17, 19. Then we go to D. D also says that even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 without a remainder. Exactly by 2 without a remainder. So we have the multiples of 2. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Shouldn't cross the highest of the universal set. Okay, so that is the first thing we were asked to do. List the elements of universal set B, C, and D. And that's what we've done here. So when we move on to the II, we said B intersection C. What does intersection mean? Intersection means that elements that are common to both sets. So this is our B, this is our C. What elements are common? We have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. That is the common elements there. Then the I also said B intersection D. What is common in B and D? What is common? 2. It's not there. 4. So looking at this, there is none element or members which is common. So what did I say when there is no members which is common? What are you supposed to use? We learned that we are supposed to use a null set. So this or that. But in an exam, please don't produce the 2. Choose one. Choose one. Either you choose this or that. Choose one. Okay. Then we move on to the IV. C intersection D. IV. C intersection D. That is element common to C and D. What elements are common? We have 2. What again? I think that is the only element which is common. 2. Let's move to V. V. C complement. C complement. What did we say about complement? We said you are supposed to compare that element, that set to your universal set. Elements which are in the universal set and can't be found in that particular set is what we write down. So we need to compare C to the universal set. What elements are here and they are not there? So we have 1, then 4, then 5. Let's start listing them. We have 1, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, see, there is 5 there. So 5 is not part. So 1, 4, 6, 7 is there, 8 and 9, 8, 9, then 10, 11 is already there, then 12, 13 is there, then 14, then 15, then 16, there's 17 there, then 18. I guess you are okay. Yes, it's a little tedious when using your eye to do it. So you just have to compare it. So sometimes I tell students that if you have a pencil, just cancel all these numbers here. Cancel them out. And what is not cancelled is what you write down. Okay. Let's move on to the VI. B complement. B complement. We are comparing B to the universal set. What is here and is not there? So we have 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 8, 10. 8, 10. 11 is there. So 12, 14, 12, 14. 15 is there. So 16, 18. That is the B complement. Then VII, D complement. D complement. Okay. Compare D to the universal set. This is our D. Let's compare to the universal set. So we have 1, 3, 5. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, then 19. B complement, there was 19, that's why the 19 didn't come. Okay. Then let's move on to VII. VII, B intersection C complement. So we are being asked to compare C complement to B, C complement to B, and 1468 to B, and B is 135. This is 1468. This is 1. There is 1 there. There is 1 here. So we have 1. 1 common. So the C complement, we have 3. C complement 3, 4. No common 8, 6. There is 9. So 9 is also common. Then 11, there is no 11. 13, there is no 13. 15. So 15 is also common. 16 is not there. 18, 19 is not there. So that are the numbers. So we have 9, 1, 9, 15 as the answer. Let's move on to IX. IX. IX is C intersection D complement. C intersection D complement. So we compare C to D complement. This is our C. Where is the D complement on the board? 135. So here is 235. So 135. So we have 3. We have 5. 7 is there. 7 is here. D complement is there. 7. Yes, 7. 7. 11. Is there 11 in D complement? Yes, 11. 13. D complement. There is 13. 17. D complement. There is 17. 19. D complement. There is 19. Okay. X. X. We have B union C union D. Let me bring it here since it might be a lot. This means that we are putting the 3 sets together. Start with the smallest and end with the biggest. Where the number appears in both sets or in all the 3 sets, write it once. So B, C, D, here are they. So we have number 1. Then we have 2. Then we have 3. Then we have 4. Then there is 5. There is 6. There is 7. There is 8. There is 9. There is 10. There is 11. 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18, 16, 19. So obviously, looking at it, all the 3 sets putting together, we are obtaining the universal set. All the three sets putting together, we are obtaining the universal set. Then we have xi, B intersection C intersection D. B intersection C intersection D. Okay. What belongs to all the three sets? 2, 2, there is no 2 here. 3, 3, there is no 3 here. 5, 5, there is no 5 here. 7, 7, no 7. 9, no 9, no 9. 11, 11, no 11. 13, 13, no 13. 15, 17, 17. 19, 19, no 19. So this also is a null set. So this time I'm going to choose 1. It's a null set. XII, B union C all complement. B union C on complement. So there is B here and there is C complement there, 1, 4, 6, 8. We should put them together. So we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Then we have the XIII, the last one, C union D. C union D complement. So we have C here, D complement, that is it. So that 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 is here, C, D complement, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. So 5, 7, 7. So 3, 5, 7, 9. 7 is here. And D complement, there is 7 also here, 9. Then 11, 13. So we have 11, then 13. Then we have 15. Then we have 17. Then 19. Okay. So guess it was very easy, but a little tedious. Because you are supposed to use your eyes, strain your eyes to see and get the exact values correctly. Okay, since we've now gone through this, let's take just some example so that we solve it ourselves. Example 2. this exercise I've given should be taken as an assignment so that the next time we meet again for another lesson, we might go through it so that we know whether we did the right thing or wrong. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.